Welcome, glad you made it. If you're watching, most likely you're an entrepreneur, medical practitioner, executive, just interested in exploring solutions. Now, I know some of you, I promised some fun deliverables here. We'll get to that in just a second. But first, a little bit about me. I'm Christian Argy, and anybody who knows me will tell you I'm good at two things, really only two things: technology and growing a small company. So, got my start in corporate and government work, early 2000s. Ended up starting Top Notch not long after that as kind of a basement computer repair shop. Since then, we have grown from a one-man show to the highest volume IT service firm in Virginia. We have a nationwide service area and a global reach, you could say. So anybody can be our customer at this point. So we did it all with natural growth, a balanced budget, and zero outside influence. And today, a sizable portion of the region's economy is running on our technology, which I think is pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of that. Not as proud as the awesome people I work with that help make it all possible. But anyhow, enough about me. As promised, let's get to our list of 5 bombshell mistakes most companies make when it comes to their IT and how it can affect your business growth. Okay, number 1, only calling for help when something breaks. This is huge. So it might be tempting to neglect IT, do all the simple stuff yourself, and really only enlist help when you need help with some kind of manual labor project that you physically can't do yourself. Some companies, they just avoid managed services as long as they possibly can. Here's the problem. Any reputable IT firm isn't going to touch your stuff without a managed contract in place. Why? I mean, simply, they don't have to. They got plenty of good customers on contracts. So why take the risk, possibly this implied liability if something goes wrong, on what I would call a one-time gig, right? So think of your industry, someone or a company that you really look up to, someone that's an absolute champion in their space. And just think about it for a sec. Do they have an IT strategy? Probably so. Definitely so, right? So let's face it, you take what's arguably the most important part of your business and you try to do it yourself, you're only going to grow to a certain size. You'll stay the same if you're lucky, right? You'll get to one size and then just stay there forever. All right, number 2, vertical specific IT firms. So spoiler alert, with IT, there are only 2 types of industries, right? Regulated and unregulated. Now, if you're working with a so-called boutique firm, right, catering to your exact industry, that makes you feel better, great. So here's the problem. In our industry, boutique just means we have no idea how to scale our business, our own business, and we're going to take you along for the ride. So who do you think is going to have a better idea of how to manage your technology, possibly the most important part of your business? A boutique firm or a big place with 30 years of experience, family-owned preferably, who has proven themselves and that they can scale their own company and they're still afloat after a long time, right? They're likely going to have a better idea of how to align technology with your business goals, right? So there are always concerns, they don't know our industry or whatever. I mean, we have IT people that have come from literally everywhere. If you need somebody that speaks the lingo, makes you feel better, and knows your compliance obligations, we can certainly do that. On to number 3, feeling like you hit the jackpot because you found an inexpensive freelancer. All right, so you know how your heart flutters a little bit if you find an inexpensive plumber or yard guy that's good at what they do. I get it. I see both sides of the coin here. I was the inexpensive solo small timer for 5 years. These guys can be very good, very skilled, very technical, but don't expect massive growth, capability, or new strategies, anything like that when you go this route. So the firms that employ solo consultants and freelancers most of the time, if you look 10 years into the future, they're going to be doing the exact same thing that they're doing now, the exact same way, right? That means that they will have remained the exact same size. So bring out the best in your business and the best in yourself. You need a technology partner who understands every moving part of your business. So the safe bet is going to be that firm that's demonstrated high levels of growth and success over the years in their own right? Because you know right away they're going to have an idea about to leverage technology for your business success. Okay, number 4, taking on internal IT staff too soon. Now this is a big one. It's kind of like a vicious cycle. I've watched this yo-yo effect for years, right? So you've got a small company that's growing, and then out of necessity, something needs to be done, right? So the MSP is brought in, everything is going fine for a while, it has some growth, more computers, more users, more email addresses, right? So now the costs are going up because MSPs bill per seat, right? The busier you are, the more you got to pay. So at this point, now an internal IT person is starting to sound better, right? You pay this person a one-time salary, and then you basically have everything you need. You bother them as much as you want. So internal person will come in, and then often the decision is made, whether it's an administrative decision or the internal IT person's decision, the decision is made to start squeezing out the MSP. So now you have this one person who may end up hiring their own staff, even depending on how the company does. And what'll happen is something goes wrong. This person will get fired or burnt out. They're gone, and now you're just left holding the bag, right? So now back in comes the MSP, probably a different one, but nevertheless, a lot of patch-up work has to be done, rebuilding documentation, wrapping heads around everything. So there goes another, 10, 20, 30 grand. And it's just this vicious cycle. The company gets bought or merged, and, just anything can happen. But what people tend to forget is, and this is just statistics, any company with fewer than 200 people, anything outside of your core competencies needs to be outsourced. That especially includes IT operations. Study upon study. I mean, IT is really no different than any other part of your company. It's always less expensive to outsource it, always leads to better business outcomes when you outsource it. Now, does this mean fire the IT guy? No, absolutely not. I mean, in fact, never have we recommended that to anybody. IT staff, they are anchors, right? They serve as our main contacts. We complement each other well. The most successful companies utilize this strategic combination of internal decision makers and managed services. So there's nothing wrong with that. Just IT people need to have an open mind. We're here to help. It just needs to be a good MSP, right? Okay, last but not least, number 5. Going to people in your own circles for help or advice on IT. All right, so as I probably mentioned before, if your core competencies are anything outside of technology or growing a business in general, stop taking technology advice from people in your own industry, especially if you're a practitioner, right? So stick to what you're good at. You're a doctor, a general contractor, financial advisor, insurance broker, whatever. Are you going to trust your peers or possibly competition for advice on how to run what arguably the most important part of your business? So if you think you're getting industry expertise from these people that's outside of, in an industry not theirs, think again. If you want industry expertise, look in the mirror. If you want help with IT, trust the professionals. Just make sure you pick the right ones. Okay, so after watching this, you're likely feeling one of two ways: either jazzed up and excited to work together, or maybe still on the fence, perhaps a little offended. I hope not. I'm just here to provide the truth. I really want to help as much as I can, whether we end up working together or not. Okay, I mean that. You could harness this advice and go to another firm. Why do I say that? Why do I sound like this? Because this was me. I spent a healthy 10 years violating every single one of these 5 principles, right? In some form or another. And I had to learn the hard way. And I finally realized, if I'm ever going to break through this ceiling. Like if we're going to pull this company out of the lower middle market and into the enterprise realm, like if this company is ever going to be great, I need to start thinking and acting big, right? Like every large successful company is doing or not doing really these 5 things, right? And has been for a long time. So if any of this resonated with you, you're ready to learn what sets us apart from the average IT firm, click the calendar link below where you can schedule a time, 100% free. We'll have a little discovery call. Takes about 20 minutes. Myself, a member of my team, we'll do a little assessment. We'll listen, learn, and roadmap your journey to tech success. We'll preview your environment. We'll get you some real insights about where you stand when it comes to every facet of technology: email, Wi-Fi, cybersecurity, software, work from home capabilities, AI strategy, everything we can think of, right? So when we're finished, you'll have more visibility into your operations, risk levels, but most of all, business potential, right? More than ever. So click the link, book a call, and I'll see you on the other side.